Now please sit straight with your head neck back straight line. Continue to hold Swamiji's form in your inner space. Any thoughts? Let it come, let it go. Now start chanting the Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Intensely chant the Mahavakya and experience the space of oneness. With that space of oneness, scan through your third eye and manifest the power of third eye. So I'm going to project the picture. Chant the Mahavakya and experience the space of oneness. And with that space of oneness, scan through your third eye and manifest the power of third eye. Make sure you close your eyes. I'm projecting the picture, please.
I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasudashiva. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om.
Yes, now please go ahead and share whatever your third eye reveal in the chat. Quickly go ahead and share your powerful, your third eye revelations in the chat. So I'm going to project the picture. Anyone else is there? Quickly post it. Ma Chakra Raja Swarupini, beautiful. You will see now. Man, yet to manifest. You poor song. Done. It's such a creative thing. Oh my God. But no manifestation, you cannot post. You have to post yet to manifest. So Chakra Raja Swarupini, you'll have a beautiful surprise. I'm going to show it to you. You're just excited what it is? You will be. There is a beautiful lotus. Isn't it, Ma? It's a good manifestation. It's not complete, but yeah, very good manifestation. Yes, now let's understand Vedic astrology. See, the whatever you incarnate, Swamiji was mentioning today about the horoscopes, and he was talking about Nithyananda, the GPT, and he was talking about using the Vedic astrology. Now let's learn some of the basics of the Vedic astrology, what it is. How many of you do not have some knowledge or no knowledge? Can you share your comments? We are going to learn the basic concepts about the Vedic astrology now. So, how many of you have a basic understanding of Vedic astrology? You know it, you don't know it, or you know a certain extent what it is? How will I understand if you do not share anything? If you are silent listeners, how will I understand whether you are understanding, whether not understanding, whether I should go speed, I should go slow? Interaction. Interactive sessions will be good. Otherwise, you have to internalize each time and post it. Otherwise, you just listen, but you forget. It seems to be understanding, but you will not understand anything. You'll forget everything. Unless internalization is there, you will not remember. Okay, so a little. Okay, so you know a little bit. Okay. How about Ishananda? Do you know? Agama, Nitya, Aghora, Sarupini, Chunyu, Chen Wang. Ishananda, do you know about Vedic astrology? Zoo Weeping, Jnana Prakashini. Do you know the Vedic astrology? How come you guys are not responding? Know it or not knowing it? Yes, no. No idea. Okay. Yes, that's what I wanted to know, whether you have a basic understanding or not. All right. So let's understand the Vedic astrology and how it is going to be helpful for us. And today Swamiji mentioned it, isn't it? So it's high time we learn a little bit about the Vedic astrology. The Vedic astrology, Jyotisha in Sanskrit. It's from the Vedas. It is the oldest book, oldest scripture. The book form, it's written for as a specific book by Brihat Parashara Hora Sastra, by the sage Parashara. He has written, he says, the Lord is in all beings and the entire universe is in him. The Lord is in all beings and the entire universe is in him. If you look deeply, if you look beyond mundane life, beyond the day-to-day life that we live, if you contemplate on a nighty sky, you will see that the most intimate, complete relationship man owns is the relationship with the universe. In fact, it is man's ultimate relationship. He takes birth, lives, and merges back into it. Nothing happens outside of it. Even his enlightenment happens in it. So, just as a child grows in his mother's womb, man evolves in the cosmic womb. He is the microcosm of the tremendous cosmic macrocosm. I repeat, he is the microcosm of the tremendous cosmic macrocosm. That means what is there in the cosmos is there in the human, in a man. Therefore, all components of man, from the grossest to the subtlest, comes from the universe. His body, his mind, his energy, his very consciousness are all elements of the cosmos. Universe and man are indivisible. You can't see them. Universe is separate, man is separate. No. Whatever happens in the universe resounds in the human consciousness. And whatever happens in the human consciousness resounds in the universe. Both are unique consciousness. The great Vedic astronomy says, Vedic astronomy, it is from the Vedas. That means they are eternal truths. But some people nowadays not studying the Vedas properly, not understood the context properly, how yoga is so much diluted. What is original yoga? It's a path for enlightenment. But what people are doing here, like beer yoga, goat yoga kind of thing, such a dilution happened. Spreading happened, yoga spreading happened, Swamiji says, right? But such absolute dilution happened. Same way, astronomy also, astrology also, dilution happened. Man has been, but there are few great souls. They know how perfect science. Man has been deeply fascinated by the cosmos since the beginning of time. Early cultures worked on understanding the phenomena that happens in the sky. They observed them in order to understand what role the sky played in their lives. From these attempts, the science of astronomy was born. In this field, the ancient Vedic contribution is well known. The earliest references to astronomy are found in Rig Veda, which are dated 2000 BC. Around 500 BC, Aryabhatta, a great astronomer, presented a system that showed the Earth to spin on its axis and consider the motions of the planets with respect to the sun. He also discovered how the lunar and solar eclipses occur and was the earliest to discover that the orbits of the planets around the sun are ellipses, just as Copernicus Galileo concluded 1,000 years ago. 1,000 years, later. He even determined the diameter of the earth to be 5,000 yojana. Yojana is a Sanskrit word that means approximately 1 yojana is 36,000 kilometers. 1 yojana is 36,000 kilometers. So he determined the diameter of the earth to be 5,000 yojanas. So 5,000 multiplied by 36,000 kilometers, which is very close to the actual figure. These traditions related to these objects and their movements to natural events such as rain, drought, seasons, and tides. They related them to auspicious or inauspicious occurrences on planet Earth. Jyotisha, the science of Vedic astrology, took birth out of observations and perceptions based on these astronomical phenomena. The first astronomers were actually rishis, Vedic rishis and sages, who understood the sky was a divine happening. They identify the celestial objects and the energies, the divine objects with the energies, and gods are connected to astronomy and astronomy to astrology. Jyotisha, in simple words, let's understand. Astrology manifested in the inner vision of the ancient sages and rishis of India. These yogis and enlightened beings were able to see beyond the realm of names and form. They could feel and express the subtle reality that exists beyond cosmic phenomena. As such, they perceived the primal powers of cosmic intelligence in the planes and stars, a macrocosm, and worship the cosmic powers within themselves, the microcosm, as powers of their being. The first astronomers were actually rishis and sages who understood the sky was a divine happening. They identified celestial objects with energies and gods and connected astronomy to astrology. By concentrating intensely on the sun and other planets, they understood the movement of the life force in their body. And by meditating on the life force, they also came to understanding the movement of the sun and the planets in the heavens. Through this technique called Samyama, they could unreveal the secrets of the universe. They brought down their understanding into a system of Vedic science, which became known as Jyotisha. the signs of light. Parashara was one such great sage. He is known for his being the father of Jyotisha. Sage Parashara wrote the magnum opus Brihat Parashara Horasastra, which systematically explains the theory of predictive astrology. According to history, he is the grandson of Vasishtha and also the father of Vedavasa, who wrote the great epic Mahabharata. Vedavasa wrote Mahabharata, and Vasishtha is the guru for Lord Sri Rama. He is the guru of the Sun dynasty, where Sri Rama was born. The depth of his astrological knowledge was so great that one evening, while crossing a river in a boat, he casually looked at his favorite stars in heaven and suddenly realized that it was an exceptionally auspicious moment. He concluded that if a child were conceived at that moment, he would be an expert in the scriptures. So he told to the lady rowing the boat and requested that she marry him. And she agreed, and the son born out of their spiritual union was Vedavasa. By observing the movements of the celestial bodies through time and space, the science of Vedic astrology can be applied to each human incarnation to encourage the soul to develop to its fullest potential. Swamiji says, the moment the consciousness enters into the body, the energy level of the cosmos at that time, the time of birth, gets printed in that consciousness. Your inner space gets a print of the cosmic energy level and the position of the 9 major energy centers of the solar system. The astrological planets are not only astronomical, they are energies. A particular energy of push and pull exists between them. The different energy positions clearly decide the cosmic energy level during the time of birth. Based on that, Jyotisha will be able to predict the course of life. Understand, not exact incidences because you have freedom. You come with a certain blueprint based on what time you birth. What time you birth also decided, all are predestined. The planets align to your do's, whatever you did, the karma, thought currents, vasana. But you have the free will to change that. What you are doing now is more important. Your freedom to decide whether to sit here or not, isn't it, in this session? You have the freedom to be on camera or not. You have the freedom to listen or respond or not, isn't it? You have a freedom to decide whether to sit here or not, to read this or not, to listen to this or not, isn't it? So the major course of life, if you will get enlightened or not, can be predicted. Principles can be predicted, not policies. So having an idea about your horoscope will give you intelligence and acceptance in your life. Intelligence to take decisions and acceptance to bear the inevitable things. According to Swamiji, a seeker should have a basic knowledge about his horoscope. Are you able to follow what I'm saying? All of you are with me? Chakra Swarupini, who is translating Jnana Prakashini or Chakra Swarupini? Are you able to translate, ma? Okay, Chakra Swarupini, are you able to translate, ma? Okay, thank you. Jyotisha can help one to read his destiny. But what is actually destiny? What it is? There are two types of destiny. First, one is destiny as defined by a dictionary. Destiny lived within the boundaries of the ego, with its own expectations, hopes, desires, successes, and failures. It is constantly changing because it evolves under mind's law. It is mechanical, accidental, coincidental. This destiny is lived in the dimension of the mind. So it has no existential reality in itself. It is nothing more than a reproduction of the one's past in the present, with conditions the future in a mechanical way. The other destiny is existential and ultimate. It is the flowering of consciousness into enlightenment. Understand, the only thing predestined in the stream of life is that man is meant to evolve to reach enlightenment. Whether we understand it or whether whichever country you're born, man, every man is meant to evolve to reach enlightenment. The rest is just incidental. It happens for no other reason than to teach and mold the being towards seeking enlightenment. Living enlightenment is all about making conscious choices, free from unconscious push and pull of samskaras, the patterns. The further you wander from your center, the more you lose yourself in your periphery. The more you are subjected to incidences and accidents. Whereas when you live enlightenment, you are centered, you are within your boundaries, you are aware. You become predestined because your predestination is to reach enlightenment. Your destiny is to become more and more aware. Then you become the agent of your fate. And you move beyond the grahas, means planet influences. Graha means planet. This is how you come in terms of with your karmas. For that to happen, a simple understanding of the forces at work in you can help clarity manifest in your daily routine. In addition to this, you can follow a couple of guidelines to keep your body healthy with the science of Ayurveda and raise your energy level with yoga, the use of gemstones, Rudraksha beads, mantra chanting, and so on. So the grahas are energy centers, energy fields that planets exert in the universe. Each of the 9 main grahas in Vedic astrology has a specific energy field that creates specific effects on our planet Earth. For example, the moon has a strong impact on the movements of the sea and on plant growth. It even influences the mind of human beings. In the same way, the major energy center produce an effect on living beings and influence their potential at birth, their mental setup, and therefore the course of their destiny. In Jyotisha, grahas are often referred as the agents of the karma for which the soul took birth. human personality, and life have their counterparts in the structure of the cosmic physiology represented by the grahas and the nakshatras. Now, the astrology, there are 9 grahas, 9 influences or 9 planets in the solar system. The sun, the moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, and Rahu, Ketu, which are like Uranus and Neptune. These represents, for example, Surya represents consciousness. Chandra represents cosmic mind. Buddha, meaning Mercury, represents cosmic intellect. Most of the calendars of the world have been set by the sun's and moon's movements. The day, month, year are all set by either sun or moon movement. A lunar calendar, solar calendar. And were a great importance for agriculture because the harvest depended on planting at the correct time of the year. But in the Vedic tradition, uses a system of 27 nakshatras, stars, to calculate months. The nakshatra, the star, is the constellation in which the moon sits in the heaven at a particular time. In each month, the full moon sits in a particular constellation, and the Vedic month will have this nakshatra's name. Each nakshatra, all these nakshatras, suppose, are wives of moon. The Chandra we call as a divine being which has 27 wives, called stars, nakshatras. Each nakshatra falls under the rule of 1, sometimes 2 grahas, the planets. Each graha is assigned 3 nakshatras. For example, if a child is born when the moon sits in Ashwini nakshatra, his birth star will be Ashwini and his sign will be Aries. So there is a clear systematic science. So it's a very clear systematic science. Now, let's listen to Swamiji deeper insights into astronomy and astrology. Any questions? Please do let me know. Whatever you heard so far, any questions? Please do let me know.
Today I'm seeing all satsang centers are filled with devotees. Because yesterday we insisted 25 numbers, whole Seattle is full suddenly. Today, all satsang centers are full. Today's subject, Chandre Tara Vyuhanyanam. Swami Vivekananda translates this sutra as on the moon knowledge of the cluster of stars. Swami Prabhavananda translates this sutra as by making Samyama on the moon, one gains knowledge of the stars, arrangement of stars. Swami Sachidananda translates as by Samyama on the moon comes knowledge of the stars arrangement. Bhagavan Osho translates as by performing Samyama on the moon, knowledge concerning the arrangement of the stars is gained. Before entering into today's Samyama, I wanted all of you to understand some of the important facts. Indian astronomers are the oldest scientists who developed the whole astronomy. Vedic rishis are the oldest astronomers, oldest astrologers. I wanted to make it clear what I mean by the word astronomy and what I mean by the word astrology. English has no words, so I will have to give meaning to it. So this is the meaning. I am using these two words. When I use the word astronomy, the positions of stars and the knowledge about the movements of those stars. This is what I call astronomy. When I say astrology, the effect of that energies on your inner space and on the flow of your life and flow of the nature on the globe. Sorry, on the planet Earth. Understand? When I say astronomy, I mean the positions of the different stars and energy centers. When I say astrology, I mean effect of those positions on your inner space, body, and the nature of this planet Earth. Indian rishis are the most powerful astronomers and astrologers. Even the time which you experience, the concept of time you experience is based on Indian astrology. No scientists, no human beings other than the rishis were able to penetrate this whole system and science so deeply. And you need to know the important fact. Our rishis did not have modern day equipments. 1,001 varieties of telescopes. No. Instruments, tools, equipments. No. Nothing was available. Then how could they describe so clearly all the eclipse, the arrangements of the stars, solar system, precisely, I can say at least 25,000 years before? We have a record, solid record in Rig Veda, some of the constellations and the arrangements of stars which cannot be predicted, which can be only seen and recorded. It means at least 25,000 years before, the Vedic rishis had so much of intelligence on the science of astronomy. They were able to see, observe, and record the calculation of the time, the most I don't have right word. I'm just searching for the right word. Precise calculation of the time and the greatest revelation still modern science is yet to reach. Sun is going around the earth. Please understand, I insist again. Sun is going around the earth. This is revealed by Vedic rishis. You need to know how we measure reality. For example, dream state, waking state. Why do you say dream state is lower reality, waking state is higher reality? Because in your concept of time, the waking state is supposed to be long than the dream state. So anything stays for a longer period, we call it as reality. We take that as a base scale. If you see from this scale, for the earth to go around the sun, it takes only 1 year. But for the sun to go around the earth, it may take at least 1 billion years. So naturally, you are supposed to calculate based on the longer time. Vedic rishis have calculated the time, constellations, all their astrological, astronomical decisions based on the great fact, sun goes round the earth. Please understand. You need to know this fact very clearly. I'll better draw it and show you. Here is the sun. And here is the earth. And here is the moon going round the sun, going round the earth. And earth itself supposed to be going around the sun. Now, sun is not stable as we think. By the time this guy is going around, the earth, we can call it earth, moon, and sun. Earth is going around the sun. This guy is also going around the whole. He is also moving. See, this whole galaxy is moving. The whole galaxy is moving, which we call in Sanskrit Hiranyagarbha, which scientists have their own words, black hole, Big Bang, or the energy shaft, whatever they call it. So when this is also going around, something larger. So naturally what happens? By the time this guy goes round, he would have went round earth at least once. Understand? Earth will be going around and sun is all, the whole thing is going around. So naturally, what will happen? The earth, the sun would have went round the earth at least once. By the time he finishes the whole round, if you keep the Hiranyagarbha as center, feel this as a Hiranyagarbha. This is Hiranyagarbha, H. Hiranyagarbha is the center and the sun is moving around. When the Hiranyagarbha is the center and sun is moving around, understand, by the time sun finishes one round of Hiranyagarbha, he would have completed at least one circle of earth. So I want you to know, sun goes around the earth, not earth around the sun. Earth may be going around, but we cannot consider that as a reality. It's a lower reality because the time consumption is smaller. The time taken is smaller. So the basic fact, the basic truth, basic foundation to calculate time, the concept of earth going around the sun will not be that precise. The sun going around the earth only can be precise concept. That only can calculate time much more precisely than the concept of earth going around the sun. How did, without any telescope, without any instruments, tools, able to experience such a strong truths and create such strong understandings, revelations? This is the one revelation revealed. I can go on expanding the knowledge of Vedic rishis in the field of astronomy and astrology. How the energy flow of the different planets and stars and their arrangements directly affect the mental setup and energy flow of your body and mind and the nature's flow. It's very strange, but true. The knowledge of Indian astronomers on the science of stars, about the arrangement of the stars and the whole astronomy. The whole Indian astronomy and astrology, both systems, came out of this one sutra. This Patanjali's one sutra is responsible for the whole science. Or I can say that whole science's secret Patanjali reveals in this one sutra. The sacred secret embedded in this sutra is meditate, do samyama on the moon energy. Understand? Let me describe exactly the moon energy. Here, there's a beautiful word. Chandre tara vyuha jnanam. Moon energy. Yesterday, I was telling you, when the sun energy will be in peak in your being, when you are in the peak physical pleasure, the sun energy will be peak in your body. Same way, when you fast for one paksha, paksha means from new moon to full moon or full moon to new moon. That 16 days is called as one Paksha. Krishna Paksha or Sukla Paksha. From new moon to full moon is called Sukla Paksha. From full moon to new moon, Amavasya, is called Amara Paksha or Krishna Paksha. Whether it is a Sukla Paksha or Krishna Paksha, if you fast without solid food, just on liquid food, for the 16 days, your hara center, Swadhisthana, just below the navel, in Swadhisthana, you will experience extraordinary coolness. That is moon energy. Understand? When you are in the peak of the physical pleasure, you will experience sun energy. So if you visualize the extreme movement, peak movement of the physical pleasure and connect that with the sun energy, you will have Samyama on sun. Now I am teaching you Samyama on the moon. At least once in your life, you should try this practice. 16 days of living without solid food. You can take liquid, juices or liquid. 16 days. Then on the hara center, below the navel, Swadhisthana chakra. One important thing, throughout that 16 day, you should continuously do Samyama on that navel, the Swadhisthana, hara center, below the navel. In the night, lie down in the open sky. Bring your awareness to your Swadhisthana, below the navel chakra. If needed, have a spatika, pure crystal stone, on Swadhisthana and meditate. Do Samyama. In Swadhisthana, the moon is alive. Or you have become so big, the moon is in your Swadhisthana. Understand? I am giving you step-by-step instructions. The sacred secrets embedded in the Samyamas are getting revealed to world first time. And I'm challenging. I'll prove all these things. I'll prove all these things. Anybody. And it's not that difficult. I can make many of our ashramites, yogis to do these practices and study and prove it. Directly it can be proven. 16 days living on liquid diet, no solid food, because whenever you take more solid food and the necessity for digestion is required, all your energy gets locked in Manipuraka. It never travels to Swadhisthana. So for 16 days, you need to give a little rest. Give only liquid diet, liquid food for the body. So you don't need to spend too much energy and attention, awareness on digestion. Bring your awareness always to Swadhisthana chakra. In the night time, keep the spatika, pure crystal, on the Swadhisthana and lie down facing the moon. Do Samyama on moon energy. With open eyes or closed eyes, no problem. Feel you have become so big. The moon is in your Swadhisthana. Suddenly the moon energy will be awakened in you. Two things will happen. You will have the complete knowledge of the arrangements of stars and the effect of that arrangement on your system. Understand? Effect of that on your system. effect of the stars arrangements on your system is very important to know many things about your life. If you can know the effect of the star arrangements on your system, suddenly you will be able to solve thousands of problems in your life. Even enlightenment will become very easy. You just know where you are stuck on your own. Please understand. When master tells you where you are stuck, you will not be able to trust him because you may think, he may be telling this to exploit me. You will have your own doubts. Like one sadhu told a blind man who was trying to walk with a frozen snake as a stick. In the Himalayas, in the cold, one snake was frozen. And one blind man thought it's a nice stick. And he started walking with that stick. Sadhu said, hey, drop that, it is a snake. When sun comes up, the snake will come back to life. It will bite you. But the blind man thought, no, no, no. This sadhu wants this stick. That is why he is asking me to drop it. So sometime you will have your own doubt. But these techniques will teach you. You will have the clarity and awareness where you are stuck. If you know where you are stuck, liberating yourself will be very easy. Many times, the point where you are stuck. And one more thing, if master asks you something, you are not able to give up that, the existence will snatch that from you forcibly. But by the time existence snatches that from you forcibly, you would have wasted too much time. But this knowledge, this kind of samyamas will teach you so clearly, you don't need to waste your time holding on to those things for the existence to come and snatch it away from you. Waste of time. So that is the reason Patanjali goes on giving many of these samyamas. This samyama is such wonderful samyama. It can bring two dimensions of knowledge. One, the positions and arrangements of stars. Second, the effect of that on your system. Effect of moon and planets have a direct impact on your system because you can see in your life. Many people, one screw loose, two screw loose and all. During Purnima and Amavasya, full moon day, new moon day, they'll go crazy. Now everybody is looking at their spouse. I am seeing. Are remembering the spouse. If the spouse is not around, they're remembering. I don't know why every man invariably thinks the spouse is one or two screw loose. It's almost like an eternal rule. What to do? Life, sometimes Chandre Tara Vyuha Jnanam. By doing Samyama on the moon energy, the knowledge about the arrangement of the stars and effect of those arrangement of stars on your body will be revealed to you. I tell you, especially if you are initiated into Kundalini awakening, means already you started experiencing the levitation. If your body has started lifting off the ground when you unclutch by initiation, that's what I call already initiated. If you are already initiated, try one or two of these samyamas. I tell you, it's all foolproof, risk-free. You will not go any more crazy. What is there for you to lose? Nothing. Nothing to lose. And try these samyamas. It will be good. It will be really good. These samyamas will give you tremendous courage and confidence to follow the master, to follow this Vedic tradition. I tell you, never ever I have seen Vedantis retaining their confidence on the philosophy and Guru till the end. It is always yogis who experience the effects of Samyama reach till the goal. Because to reach the goal, to reach the end, to see the end, to see the final goal, you need tremendous inspiration, enthusiasm, joy, ecstasy, spirit of high achiever. I tell you, spirit of high achiever. I can say the spirit of high achiever is the direct quality of a spiritual enlightenment. Spirit of high achiever. The spirit of high achiever is always achieved only by yogis who experience this kind of samyamas, who work with this kind of samyamas, who get the glimpses of extraordinary powers. Otherwise, Vedantis make big belly, mouth dirtied by the betel leaf, betel nut, and dirty arguments. That's all. Vedantis do not make anything except dirty mouth. It is yogis who practice this kind of samyamas. Even in our own organization, I have seen. Unless people practice, they become more or less politicians. If you practice this kind of samyamas, you will have the tremendous clarity. I tell you, when you have this kind of experiences through samyama, even the secrets, the sacred secrets behind every Shastra Pramana will be revealed to you. Understand? Sacred secrets behind every Apta Pramana will be revealed to you. Many words I utter to you, even if I am shouting at you, there is a sacred secret behind. Unless you know the sacred secret behind, you will not follow it up. You will miss and mess. Even to understand Master, the sacred secret embedded behind his words, you need little bit of this kind of practices, samyama practices. Try this samyama, 16 days. No solid food, just liquid food. Every night, lie down in the open sky, keep a spatika on your swadhisthana and gaze at the moon. Feel you have become so big that moon is on your swadhisthana. All the other stars are in your inner space. I tell you, you will have the unique, powerful knowledge of the arrangements of stars and its effect on your system. Now we will enter into the Samyama. Bring your awareness to the Swadhisthana. You can keep your eyes closed or open. That is okay, no problem. Learn to do Samyama with open eyes. That will always be powerful. Any Samyama which is done with open eyes will become unbroken. See, concentration gets broken by the scene seen by the eyes. But if it cannot be even broken by the seen by the eyes, it becomes strong. Samyama becomes powerful. So visualize, you become so huge. The moon is in your Swadhisthana. Feel the cooling effect of the moon on your Swadhisthana. With deep, restful awareness, bring your attention and energy to your Swadhisthana, 2 inches below the navel. Visualize the moon and its cooling effect in your Swadhisthana. I bless you all to achieve, experience, live, express, radiate, and share the eternal bliss. Nithyananda. Thank you.
Nithyananda, everyone, it's time to conclude the sessions here with the Purna Mantra. Please, let's pay our deepest gratitude to Swamiji. In the space of deep gratitude, let's conclude with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tatsat Sarvam Bhagava Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu Om Nithyanandam. Nithyanandam, everyone. Thank you so much. See you all tomorrow. Nithyanandam.